Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Excuse me! Taxi!
What are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
For a long time, my strategy with Mamdani was to not think about it. It was so depressing that this depraved punk became the mayor of this great city. Bloomberg, Giuliani, even Koch, Mamdani. Him? He hates New York. He hates America. He hates our way of life. He hates the cops. He hates the cops. Here we go again. Right? I've seen this debate before over emotionally disturbed people. He has no maturity, Mamdani, right? He doesn't know anything. He has no operational sense. His political actual skills in terms of, I know he can do the far left thing, right? And get those maniacs to turn out for him. But as far as the blend of governing and coalition building and the levers of power, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's all over the place. And for him to come out and support the criminal over the cop, which is what he did. You know, being a police officer has always been a tough job. And now we've made it 1,000 times harder, right? First of all, they're wearing body cameras all the time, right? Everything they do can be monitored by a court, for crying out loud. Okay. Actually, to be honest, 9 out of 10 times it helps the cop. It actually exonerates the cop. It doesn't implicate the cop. But not only do they have that, which is pretty intrusive, they got everybody with their phones. We used to help the cops. He went that way, officer. Now we're trying to get him in trouble. So there was the Queens, emotionally disturbed person. It reminds me of Eleanor Bumpers, actually. Anybody remember the Eleanor Bumpers case? This crazy 300-pound lady. She was about to destroy the house and everybody in it. The family called 911. The cops show up. She storms at them with a 10-inch long blade knife, tries to kill one of the cops. She gets shot. And, I thought we'd learned all this stuff by now. And, of course, there's an uproar. But back then it was like Al Sharpton and a couple of other maniacs. The city understood what happened, and they backed the cops. A knife is a deadly weapon. And someone's coming. What are you going to do? A city employee, right? He's doing this work for the city. Someone's coming at him with a deadly weapon. What are you going to do? You're going to shoot to kill, or you're going to shoot to immobilize. You're going to shoot. And that's what happened in Queens. Do we have the 911 call? Some person is unstable. I want to see who called. Some member of the family, I think. Go ahead.
Meanwhile, the NYPD today also releasing a 911 call that led cops to the home last month of a 22-year-old man in a mental health crisis. It happened in Queens. And last night, they released, you saw it here, we showed you body camera video of an officer shooting that man after he refused to drop a knife. Well, today, Mayor Mamdani, pushing once again for a new Department of Community Safety in New York City. It would send social workers as the front line to mental health situations like this one. With the story, here's Eyewitness News reporter N.J. Burkett.
How you doing? The two officers arrive alone. The parents of 22-year-old Jabez Chakraborty told 911 that he was in emotional distress and needed medical attention. They are calmly invited into the vestibule when suddenly
Stop for a second. Stop if you don't mind. Why in the hell does N.J. Burkett talk like that? And they were calmly invited into the vestibule. Because if I talk like this, my tone becomes either a distraction or a tool for you to not understand the key parts of this story. The key part of the story so far is that the parents called 911. The parents called 911. When do you call 911? You're calling 911 on your own son because you think he's going to kill you. They call 911. They know the cops have guns. They may need this guy to be shot. That's why they call the cops. They say, no, just send an ambulance. If you have a heart attack and they call an ambulance comes. They don't send the cops. They send an ambulance. They needed the cops. No, And then, they were calmly invited inside. They're already trying to skew this against the cops. Keep going.
It's his will.
Is he violent? No, not now. He just, he threw his fourth piece of glass. He's not hitting anybody. He just threw glass at, the wall.
Is anyone injured?
No.
Any weapons?
No.
Mayor Mamdani has made it clear that police should respond to violent mental health episodes, but not necessarily this one.
They're calling for involuntary removal. They're saying that he's breaking glass. I mean, you would agree, right, that a police officer should be responding to that?
I think that the questions at the heart of our pursuit of the Department of Community Safety are looking to answer exactly what mental health crisis response should look like.
The confrontation took exactly 27 seconds, and the officer initially chose to close the door, appearing to fire as a last resort. The family claims that Chakraborty remains in ICU, handcuffed at the wrists and ankles. They agree with the mayor that he should not be prosecuted. Still no comment from the Queens DA's office, which is conducting a thorough investigation tonight. At City Hall, NJ Burkett, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
I may have busted NJ Burkett's chops a little bit too much, but they do need busting. They do need a little bit of busting. So how do you know it's going to be thorough, by the way? How do you know? They say it's going to be thorough? Is it going to be thorough? A couple of assumptions there. And I think we got to pin it down. I think people are being a little bit too polite. All right, now let me hear what the mayor said, our full little version of that, all right? That we got the mayor, it's about 30 seconds long. Go ahead.
As you said, I spoke with the Chakraborty family, and I visited Chavez in the hospital. And there is no family should have to endure this kind of pain.
Baba, no! Hey, put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Move! Put the knife down! Put the knife down! Put the knife down!
Well, you got to do what you got to do. Family was screaming, cops screaming. And, a 911, you don't want to... Just because they're calm on the call, there's an emergency there. The guy, he has no weapons. He's throwing glass. You got an emergency, an emotionally disturbed person. And did he visit with the guy and he's calling him by his first name? What about the cop's well-being? You shoot somebody, that can be very, very unnerving. Did he check in with the cop? He better have. What's her name? Was Tish? Jessica Tish? I'm sorry, but she strikes me more and more as a bit of a brat. I don't think she knows what she's doing. I think she never should have taken this job. I think as a gesture of respect for Jews everywhere, somebody needs to slap this guy metaphorically across the face and say, no more. You don't get to do this and have a person like me around. And oh, by the way, take care of the gosh damn snow. Now, if I know my sanitation department, I think the sanitation department may be playing a little bit of a game with the snow. Just a teeny weensy little bit of a game. They've done that before. If they don't like the mayor, they can slow walk things. I don't recall huge mountains of snow like this taking so many parking spots. Do you? I mean, that's a lot of snow out there. Let me see. Now, I understand it's cold, but still. And they're going to have, I know, everything's going to be fine. They're going to have hearings. We'll have some hearings about all of this. Hearings. Hearings. You heard about the guy who was arrested for raping a 14-year-old girl? If you tell me one more time this city is the safest it's ever been on record, I am going to lose it, because it's not. You guys are playing games with the books. I know that department. I know what you're doing, and I know who's doing it. I wish we had some people of integrity. We have a handful, but not enough. Not enough at the highest levels of that department who say this is wrong, and we're not doing it anymore. We're not going to cover. We're not going to give cover for these politicians. Too many timid people. I could get in trouble with the boss. So what? Some things are worth it. Some things are worth it.
If you're thinking about changing schools, Why wait? At Manhattan University, love those guys. You don't have to start over. With transfer-friendly pathways, your credits count, and you keep moving forward. From day one, you're part of Jasper Nation, preparing for the real world. And with New York City just a train away, opportunity is everywhere. Ready to move forward without missing a step? Visit manhattan.edu/transfer and enroll today. Manhattan University. Don't start over, move forward.